The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Baltimore Ravens started out very slow. The defenses for both teams held tough. Although it was just a preseason game, the ending was absolutely epic. In this video, we are going to recap the whole game and talk about some of the players whose stock went up and stock went down. Yes, the good, bad, and ugly. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And yes, we are celebrating Victory Saturday for a preseason game. If you are happy Eagle football's back, hit the like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So the Philadelphia Eagles arrive in Baltimore for their first preseason game of the 2024 season. And although it was on the road, there were a lot of green jerseys in the building. With all the competition that has been going on in training camp, especially on the defensive side, I knew these guys had to be chomping at the bits to get out there. Although there were some weather concerns, Nick Sirianni said early in the morning that the Eagle starters will play. That decision right there had Eagle fans excited, and when we watched the players come out the tunnel, we seen everybody suited up. A.J. Brown, we seen Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, all warming up, one-hand grabs. Everybody was in their pads, and it looked like we were about to see at least one possession from the starters, although we knew we would see the depth on this team, and we were very interested to see how they performed as well. However, although there was no rain, Nick Sirianni at the last second decided not to play the offensive starter. Just seeing Jalen Hurts hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley in the all-white outfit in a real stadium had me excited for what's to come soon from the Eagles. Before the game started, we seen two of the best kickers in the NFL chopping it up, Jake Elliott and Justin Tucker. However, Jake Elliott did struggle a little bit, but when it was crunch time, we knew we can count on Jake to make. We saw some good things from some young players and some bad things. People's stock went up and down. We're going to get into it in the full game recap. So the Eagles received the ball first in a new kickoff format, and it was a touchback. Second play of the game, Kenny Pickett finds Johnny Wilson for a first down. A couple plays later, they're going to hand it off to Kenneth Gainwell on 2nd and 1 for the first down up the middle. But on the first big third down, Pickett to John Ross, but it's incomplete. The Eagles did decide to go for it on 4th down, but that also wasn't complete. First play for the Ravens, shotgun handoff, has a big hole up the middle past the 50. A couple plays later, Eagles showing blitz, QB got to get it out fast, and Jalen Carter tips it. The next plays where Quinyon Mitchell sat on a slant and almost got an interception. Let's look at it live. 3rd and 10, Johnson slant, PBU by Quinyon. Ravens settle for 3, Eagles ball, quick pass to Covey on 2nd and 7, and he gets the first. The next couple plays go to Will Shipley, who does a good job running up the middle. But look at this blitz pickup on 2nd and 8. Will Shipley picks it up, pick it to John Ross for a first. Remember, it was reported that Will Shipley struggled in pass protection, but he was good on that rep. Next play, they're going to hand it to Will Shipley. He takes it up the middle inside the 35. A couple plays later, fake to Shipley on 1st and 10. Find John Ross inside the 15. Now with 35 seconds left of the first, boot, Will Shipley gets his first touchdown in his NFL career. To be honest, I wasn't happy with Kenny Pickett the majority of the night, but the second drive was nice. They drove 75 yards, chewed up 8 minutes and 50 seconds on 15 plays. It was the Pickett-Shipley drive. Now let's get back to the game, although we didn't get 7 because Jake Elliott missed the extra point. On the Ravens' next possession, quick post route to the receiver, beating Isaiah Rodgers, who was there, but I do like the way he was trying to poke that ball out. He was pretty vicious. Take another look at it real quick. He wanted to get that fumble. A couple plays later, 2nd and 7, Johnson back shoulder on Kelee Ringo. Now look, that was the only pass Kelee Ringo allowed, and look at the throw. It was back shoulder. Kelee Ringo played it perfectly. Sometimes better offense beats great defense, but Kelee showed out in this game. Later on the drive, they're going to blitz Quinyon Mitchell. He almost gets there. Johnson scrambles out of bounds. Here's the play that Kelee Ringo made at the goal line that was really, really good. 2nd and goal, Johnson looking, slant, and Kelee with the big-time PBU. A diving PBU, no flag. Ravens settle for 3. Tie game, Lew Nicholes up the left side, pushing the pile. A couple plays later, 4th and 1. Eagles pull out the brotherly shove with Pickett, and we get it. But later in the drive, we get a big flag holding on Tyler Steen, who had 2 flags on the day. And it's important to note that Steen started at left guard, but Mekhi Becton started at right guard. And when Mekhi Becton went out on the first series, then Steen moved over to right guard. So it looks like Becton is in front. After the holding call, it's 3rd and 17. Kenny Pickett climbs the pocket, but is short of the first. Ravens ball. Eagles showing blitz. Nakobe Dean up the middle, almost gets a sack. Hold up, there's two things I like about that play. Like I said, Nakobe Dean in the face of Josh Johnson, but look who's covering. Nolan Smith dropping back with some good off-ball coverage. Now we get to see Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who had a really, really good game, 5 total tackles. But here he goes, 3rd and 2. We need to play, and Trotter gets a big-time sack. Eagles football, but we don't do nothing on 1st or 2nd, and on 3rd and 10, we get sacked. So it's the Ravens ball, 1st and 10, quick pass up the middle. Nakobe Dean says, not on my watch. It's only the preseason, but I definitely like the combination of Trotter and Nakobe, although Trotter was there multiple times sooner. Ravens facing a 3rd and 10, they're just going to hand it off. He goes up the middle and short of the first. Eagles get the ball back with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Pickett goes to Ross, but it's a flag. A couple plays later, we try to draw him offsides on 4th down, but it's a delay of game. Ravens get it back with 30 seconds. They go deep, but Kelee Ringo with the PBU, which means the Eagles and Ravens go in halftime tied 6-6. What I didn't talk about was the punt return from Covey that kind of put us in good field position. At the end of the day, he had a really good game receiving the ball from the slot and as the punt returner. Covey trying to stay on this roster. Before we get to the whole second half recap and my final thoughts, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor. Mando, the best way to control odor for your pits, packages, and feet. And I know some of y'all need it for your feet. My favorite is the deodorant Mount Fuji. Sorry about the green screen, but this deodorant is the longest lasting deodorant I honestly ever use. Some of these other brands claim 48 hours. They barely work for 6 to 8. Plus, you put some other deodorants on, guess what? It's itchy, it's sticky, it bothers, at least me. I know it bothers some of y'all. This one is so smooth and solid. I promise you can't go wrong with this, but in the starter pack, you get wipes. Quick for your packages, your feet, or the pits real quick, especially after the gym, right? Plus, they come with a lotion. That's mainly for those feet and those packages that, you know what I mean, the soap and the showers don't do. You still should be taking a shower. Go to the description or the pinned comment section at shopmando.com. Click it. Use promo code PhillyMike, all capitals, to get $5 off. Once again, link in the description and the pinned comment at shopmando.com. Click the link. Use code PhillyMike, all capital, not the exclamation point, and get $5 off your starter pack. A couple plays into the 3rd quarter, 3rd and 9, and he throws it out of bounds. Eagles don't do much better. Pickett, 3rd and 6, check down, and we got a punt. So the Ravens have a 1st and 10 inside the 10. They hand it off for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and 4, quick pass, and it's brought down by the Eagles D tackle. Next possession for the Eagles, 3rd and 3. McKee back shoulder, and it's caught for the first. A couple plays later, boot, and a one-hand catch by the backup tight end, forgot his name. Next 3rd down for the Eagles, they hand it off to TPD, and he picks up the first and more. Another 3rd down, Tanner McKee from the shotgun, big 1st down and a hit. 2 plays later, they're going to hand it off to Lew Nicholes, who gets a rushing touchdown. On the next Ravens possession, they're going to fake the handoff. Nolan Smith gets a sack. Let's take a look at Nolan Smith's sack one more time, simply because he's lined up in the slot like he's going to cover the slot receiver, but he blitzes. I like how Fangio's mixing it up. Ravens end up punting. A.Smith on a return, but he fumbles. I'm not going to lie. The drops being reported in training camp, fumbling on a punt return, barely getting yards on the punt return. He needs to step his game up. I love A.Smith, and I like what he did in college, right? Quick, electric, yards after the catch. But so far, and it's real early, not going to write him off, but he's not showing what we've seen in college. After a 1st down penalty, 2nd and 20, McKee up the seam, but is dropped. Ravens end up getting the ball back, 3rd and 4, a pitch play, and they pick up the 1st down. Now the Ravens facing a 4th and 2, quick pass. Tyler Hall misses the tackle when they get the first. Then the Ravens do a quick wide receiver screen, and he takes it all the way down inside the 5. But the Eagles defense holds it to a 4th and goal, but they score a touchdown on a QB sneak. Tie game, Eagles ball, TPD up the left side for a nice run on 1st. Eagles facing 4th and 1, brotherly shove, and gets the first. A minute and 15 seconds left, they hand it to Kendall Milton, and he gets a couple yards up the left side. Now this is when it got crazy. 21 seconds left, 4th and 6, 50-yarder for the win, doink. But the Ravens stay aggressive, and Patrick Johnson with the strip sack fumble, Eagles football, Jake Elliott, one more time from 49, it's good! After the game, Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson showed each other love. Of course, two great talents, plus former teammates A.J. Brown and King Henry had to show some love too. Not every day you see a nail-biter for the first preseason game, but that's what the Eagles did. Again, Nick Sirianni elected not to play the offensive starters due to the weather, although it was pretty clear. Fangio played the defensive starters a little bit. We see Nakobe Dean and Jeremiah Trotter come in around the second quarter, 5 minutes. I think them as a tandem look good. Jeremiah Trotter looked really good. I mean, his stock went up. I think Nakobe Dean's stock went up too. Kelee Ringo stock went up. Will Shipley, Mekhi Becton for sure, because they treated Tyler Steen as the backup. As for Isaiah Rodgers, didn't do really anything too good, anything too bad, but I still think due to what the Eagles showed during training camp, he's a little ahead, but that battle just got tighter between Kelee Ringo and Isaiah Rodgers. I will say, James Bradbury coming in at second team safety, he played good. I saw him go in the box, put his nose where he needed to be, especially as it pertains to tackling. We all wondered if he could tackle due to last year. The end of last year, he was probably the worst one. Again, they're not going to show the total offense. Some vanilla, but I'd like some of the play calling, still a little motion, a couple boots, play action. I think it was a lot of dink and dunk from Pickett and Tanner McKee. McKee started out nice, but then fizzled at the end. Jalix Hunt had a couple tackles, and we saw his athleticism throughout this game for sure. Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt were both asked to drop back in coverage, rush the passer, do a couple different things, and I like the looks. We saw a blitz from the slot corner, Quinyon Mitchell. We see Nolan Smith line up in the slot and then blitz. I just like the versatility shown even on a vanilla called preseason game from both our coordinators, and I can't wait to see what happens next week in joint practice for the Patriots, plus in the preseason game. And there's going to be no excuses if the weather's good for the Eagles and Nick Sirianni not to let us see a little Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, Smitty, and you know the rest of the crew. Again, I just want to say I'm not giving up on A.Smith, but his stock definitely continues to go down. Let me know in the comment section who stock went up or down or stayed the same for you. I love hearing from y'all. Y'all know y'all football. Do your boy a favor and click the link in the description and get your Mando. I promise you, it's still warm out, and Mando's going to keep you right all over the place. Smell good for the ladies. And ladies, keep your men smelling good by buying a Mando. With that being said, do your boy a favor and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the videos. Y'all know what I'm about to say. We out.